All right, guys, it's some random Thursday right now. Most people are probably working a job or they're at school or something like that. And we're at a castle. We're at a castle right now. And I decided to get this because why not? I have nothing else to do, and I may as well share some wisdom with you guys, because my life over the past 2 years, I would say, has drastically changed. Anyone that's watched my videos or seen what I've been able to do, it's a completely night and day difference, and it's achievable for anyone that's watching this. Whether you're new to this channel or not, you can create the life you want. And I think the next 4 years specifically is the dream time to do it. And I think there's two things in life that are certain, right? One is death, and two is that every single hour you have, you're in control of. Elon Musk has the same amount of hours in the day as I do. So does Jeff Bezos. So does Donald Trump. And then it's like that's the hard thing every person has to understand as a, deep down, they have to understand that they have the same amount of time as everyone else, but the time they spend is different. And that's what matters. It's the time you spend during the day. And for me, 2 years ago, I was 16. I was playing video games a lot of my days, and I didn't really do much. I put my foot down. I said, we're done. This is ridiculous. I said, we're going to make a change. And that's what I did. And ever since then, I've been able to build myself as a character, I would say, someone deserving of a better life. I'm 18 years old, right? I always still say it's still the beginning. This is still the beginning of everything. And I'm going to sit down here real quick. But the amount of time I spend in the day to get the things I want in life are different than others, And if you're watching this and you have big ambitions, but you're stuck in kind of this gray area where you have these big ambitions, but you're stuck with these old friends, here's the harsh reality. You have these old habits, old friends that don't align with this dream life. The harsh reality and the thing you need to understand is you've got to go one or the other. You cannot juggle both. It's very, very hard to, at least in my experience. I had to go all in on one. The past 2 years, I'm speaking to you right now as someone who's spent going all in on business, everything like that. From as very young, I was I was selling people on Zoom calls as some overweight 16-year-old who played video games all day. I was still able to do it. What is your excuse? And this month specifically, I've been able to do some cool things that I can look back on. This month I was able to buy my dream watch, which was the last video I made. It was a Rolex. It was about $15,000. I'm able to stay at cool places like this. And looking back at all of it, I can say it's worth it. So people ask that question, is it worth it? Is it looking back, is it really worth it? I say absolutely, 100%. Because, I was saying this to someone the other day, but getting the watch, getting the cars, getting all that stuff is cool, but that's not what changes you. This watch, it's a watch, who cares, right? But I didn't get this watch and I changed as a person. I'm just so much better now. No. You change as a person on the pursuit to the goals, right? That's why the people that get the money quick, the people that get the success the people that get all that success, very, very fast, and you've probably seen them online, they're some of the saddest people in the world, right? Because they don't have purpose. They didn't build themselves to get there. They have no stability, and you should feel bad for those people, right? You may think you want $1 million right now, but trust me, you don't. Because you're not deserving of it, most likely, at least. That's people that are watching this. And I have to say this to myself too. I'm not deserving yet. I need to work harder. I need to work for it. It's not going to just show up on my lap. I have to work day in, day out for it. So with that being said, understand what you want in life and make a plan towards it, because everything has risk, okay? If I went to an in-person school right now and I was partying on the weekends, I was doing all that stuff, the regular route for most people, and they went and got a job, there's risk to that. Don't think because that's the regular path for most people, there's not risk to that. 100% there's risk to that. And if you could get something away from this video, is there's risk to everything. If I didn't go all in a business, if I didn't go do that stuff, where would I be as a person right now, right? Would I be fulfilled? The path I chose, me personally, because I'm going to talk from personal experience here, was the most fulfilling path I think I could have chosen. I've never looked back, Of course I've had to make sacrifices. Anyone that has anything worthwhile, success-wise or results-wise, has had to sacrifice things, That's why the scariest people to go in the arena with, if you're in a fight, is the people who have nothing to lose. They will go in there and die. and to win, you know? They don't care. They will literally they will go in there to die or win. None of the other, you know? And that's the mentality that you need to have. This is what I had, which is like, if I fail at this, I'm going to keep trying every single day. The first time, the second time, the third time, however many times I fail, I'm going to keep trying because there's no alternative. There's no security. There's no safety net. So with that being said, it all comes down to taking the initiative. You know, there's that saying where there's people on private jets who are maybe just look just like you. There's way less deserving than you, potentially, but they're on the private jets, you're not. The only difference between you and them is they took the initiative. You didn't, right? It's the hard reality to live with, you know? And it's humbling, right? You know, I'd see people, I was 16 years old, you know, I was kind of oblivious, but I was like, I'd see people, I worked at a golf course, there's people driving Lamborghinis, they had all this stuff, and I was like, there's no way I can live a life where I don't have the things I want, and I'm going to exist, and I've got one shot here? No way, right? That should piss you off, that should annoy you if that's you, you know, and that means you want to change. But that means you can't just want to change, you have to change. You need to actually follow it up with action. And that's what I did, right? So, as I see these things, you know, I want you to understand that it's the start. It's the start of everything. I say these things from a very, I would say a humble mind, right? Because I'm still learning every single day. I think it was someone that said it, but it's like, when you're at $0 a month, $10,000 a month, $1 million a month, you know, $100 million a month, you're always still saying every single day, what am I doing? What am I doing? What am I doing? You know, it's like you're kind of like almost lost in a sense. You don't ever just get to the point where you're like, I'm perfect, I made it. You know, that doesn't happen. That's not going to happen. So that's you know, everyone's going through all their own stages, but you need to understand that you just got to put the foot in front of the other every single day towards the right action, right? Because the gym, for example, if I was to get in the gym and I wanted the first day I got in the gym, I wanted to have a six-pack, it wouldn't happen, you know? It takes day in, day out reps to compound and give you that, you know, that dream physique. But it's the same thing with business. You've got to put in, day out to get that dream, you know, business or that dream lifestyle, whatever it is you want. And that's what matters, you know? And that's personally why I do it, right? Because it's fulfilling. You know, I wouldn't do this if it wasn't fulfilling. I don't think most people should do this if it wasn't fulfilling. Building yourself up as a character, like I said, doesn't matter when you get the things. It matters as a person. You develop yourself in the pursuit there. That's the most fulfilling thing you can do in life is do that, in my opinion. And of course, there's more things. That's one thing, you know. But if you get something that's from this video, just understand it's possible, right? And in these past few weeks, I spoke with a lot of, you know, more successful people that I've known for years at this point. And I kind of sat down with some of them and I just asked them questions. And one thing I realized, which is like, they all have the same mindset, which they have this delusional mindset almost, that they can get whatever they want in life. And that's what they've been able to do. They've gotten exactly what they wanted, even if it may sound delusional. Even if it sounds like they want to make $1 million a month. Most people don't make $1 million in a lifetime, you know? But they say they're going to do it in a month. Every single month. Even if they fall short of that goal, they're ahead of most people. But it's because they have that self-delusion, that self-conviction that they can do it. And that's what I think is so cool, you know? And that's what I mean, is it's possible, you know? And I say these things as someone who has documented the whole thing, right? This watch, I haven't met one person in person that I've shaken hands with that has paid me to fund this watch. It's all been digital. The next 4 years, you can if you hunker down and you really, really, really try to make as much money as possible, in the right boat, of course, you're probably most likely online, you can completely change what you thought is possible. And it can happen sooner than you think, you know? This watch, I didn't know if I'd have this today, right? A year and a half ago, I would have said no way. But it happened, right? And it's because I put in the day in, day out reps to get here. So guys, that's it for this video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed, as it's getting very kind of like, I don't know, the sun's setting a little bit early now. But yeah, guys, that's really it for this video. Hopefully this has made sense. And hopefully you've gotten something out of it, you know, because it really is possible. And I say this from a place of someone who's been able to kind of just start and is doing it day in, day out every single day. Guys, that's it. Hope to see you guys all in the next one.